In this video, we'll show you how to clean the electrodes, insertion levers, and interface block of your instrument. It is important to keep these components clean to maintain optimal performance of your instrument for consistent and reliable data. Let's begin. In the 32-carat software, go to the Direct Control window and click Load. Open the system's cartridge cover and wait for the coolant to completely drain from the cartridge. Then, remove the cartridge. Next, remove the sample trays from the instrument's rails. Now, remove the insertion levers. Pull either insertion lever straight down from the interface block, taking care not to touch the electrode. Repeat these steps on the other insertion lever. Now, you will remove the electrodes. Slide the electrode tool under the interface block at a 90-degree angle, ensuring the tool's notch aligns with the groove of the electrode. We suggest placing another hand behind the insertion tool to prevent the electrode from falling into the instrument. Pivot the black end of the tool to gently pry the electrode down and out of the interface block. Repeat these steps on the other electrode. Next, immerse both insertion levers in a beaker with at least 150 milliliters of deionized water. For deeper cleaning, you may remove the rubber O-rings from the insertion levers and immerse both insertion levers and their O-rings in the beaker of deionized water. Then, immerse both electrodes in the beaker containing deionized water along with the insertion levers and O-rings for a total of 2 hours. Then, remove the insertion levers, electrodes, and O-rings from the deionized water. Use a lint-free wipe dampened with deionized water to eliminate any residues from the insertion levers and the electrodes. Then, you may rinse the electrode holes of the insertion levers with deionized water and wipe off any remaining residue with a damp lint-free wipe. Ensure that all components are completely dry before reinstalling them in the interface block. To clean the interface block, use clean foam swabs dampened with deionized water. Pay special attention to the area underneath the block where the insertion levers seal against it to ensure it is free from any dirt or debris. Then, use a mirror and small light to carefully examine the interface block for any remaining dirt or debris. Before reinstalling the electrodes and insertion levers, be sure that these components and the interface block are completely dry. Once dry, you may proceed to install your electrodes and insertion levers. To begin, place the electrode in the tool, ensuring its notch is facing you. Then, slide the electrode tool across the bottom face of the interface block until you feel the electrode align. Once aligned, push the electrode tool upwards while maintaining a 90-degree angle to securely snap the electrode into place. Repeat these steps to install the other electrode. Now, you are ready to install the insertion levers. First, ensure that the spring on the interface block aligns with the shorter arm of the insertion lever. Guide the insertion lever so that the electrode feeds through the O-ring. To avoid injury, make sure your fingers are not under the electrode during insertion. Then, push the insertion lever up into the interface block. Repeat these steps to install the other insertion lever. Next, install the sample trays, and then the capillary cartridge. Lower the insertion bar, and then tighten the 2 black thumb screws until finger tight. Finally, close the cartridge and sample covers. You are now ready to use the instrument.